This is Die Sporting Network.
Second half about to get underway here at the Infinity Center. Lake Clifton's up 1. They miscounted the score for the half. Was able to add that point on for Lake Clifton. We thought it was a point difference earlier. We've seen them take it back. They corrected it. Dansler to the basket. Blocked by Mitchell. Oh, this should be a hell ball. Hell ball situation.
Lakers possession.
Leading scorers is battle of the ones. Jones for Lake Clifton has 13. Dansler for Edmondson has 12. Dorsey has 4. So not the unexpected, but the two main cars for Lake Clifton has combined for 6 points here. Out of 27.
Leave it.
Looking, we spoke Monroe up and off the glass and in. Lead hit a 3 for the Lakers. Take 3, no. Nice offensive rebound, a lead down to 1 here. No good. Back the other way. As Edmondson trying to retake the lead here. Dansler from Gerard. Looking to drive. To the back end through it. Here comes Green. He shoots the 2. That's short. Jackson blocked there by Mitchell. Foster couldn't get the rebound either for Edmondson. Tipped and missed there by Dorsey. Back comes the Redstone. Gerard swings it to Dansler. Dansler drives off the top. And then timeout by the Lakers. 5:55 remaining. The lead changes back and forth. The Red Storm up 1. Soon game action is scary situation with Clifton Mitchell from Lake Clifton. He was able to get up off his own power, but it took several minutes. We're wishing the best for him. His final game as a senior with Lake Clifton, and definitely so his well-being was first in hand as on the Lake Clifton side of the court.
Let's finish this.
5:55 left. Edmondson up 1. See you soon play.
They don't play like defense! Come on, let's play some good D!
Huge defensive possession here for Edmondson as well, in my opinion. Dorsey pulls up and delivers. Another lead change in the Lakers. Back in front 1. Fakes it. Dansler. I don't know if he's trying to pass it or trying to get it in, but it was turned over regardless. Back to Jones again. Dansler leading all scores now, 14. Foul trouble not an issue here in this last. Dorsey inside. No. Monroe now. Jackson was hustling for it. In hindsight, might have been best one to let it go out of bounds. Shot clock at 6. Game clock at 5 minutes. Here left in the 3rd. Monroe for 3. Partially blocked. Went all the way up top as well. And that's a foul there. First First team foul of the second half on either side is on the Lakers. Chancellor trying to get Edmondson the lead back. Back to Foster, shot clock at 7
seconds. 6.
Three, that's a three there. Off of the JVN and on timeout. And Edmondson back in front by 2. Mitchell's back in the game. He's wearing number 25 now. And a foul against the Lakers. That's just looking. Dazzler lost it. Foul Mitchell there. Edmondson's second.
Yeah, Lakers totally winning the game now.
Personal foul on Noel Hanson Jr. his second. Team. Returning for the Lakers is Clifton, number 10. Replacing Eli.
Monroe back in the game now for the Lakers. Back.
Even.
Pull up. No good. Offensive rebound, no good. Inside, back up and in to Mitchell. We're tied at 33. As a senior back in the game. We're even Steven. Dazzler for the lead. And the house that Gary Williams built, Mitchell, back, side, 2. 3-point lead at the moment for the Redskins. Gerard for 3, no good off the side of the backboard. 2 minutes left in the court. For the Tyus Jones, no. Mitchell fighting to get the offensive rebound, but Davis stole it back. Dazzler with it. Top, no, Jackson in there. And over to Foster. Dazzler. To go. 7-point lead for Edmondson. Dorsey. Forced it up, no good. Made it. Gerard, everybody fighting for it. Flip down, trouble. 46. Back to game action here. Shot clock at 10. Fakes, drive, dish, Foster, off the glass, hard, no good. Lakers foul there against Gerard. That's his first foul. 19 points for Dazzler, leads all scorers.
Personal foul on Kyrie Gerard his first.
Here comes
Returning for the Red Score.
subs in.
Deontay Green, number 3.
West End is there. Inside, tough.
Travel.
No good. That's going to end the quarter. Edmondson in front, 40 to 33. Back to the full quarter as the Red Storm tries to break the 5-game losing streak against the Lakers here at the Infinity Center on the grinding stage in the 1A championship.
This is it.
Fourth quarter here about to get going, and Edmondson in front by 7, 40 to 33. Foster gives it up to Sherrod here. Back over to him. Edmondson trying to win their first state title since 2014. They did it in 2020, 2014, 2013. That's a 3. Target there, and Mitchell with the rebound. Jones. Storm burden here. Monroe and Mitchell usually picks it up. Right now they come out for 10 points. They're shooting 33% from the field. Jumper, short. Batted around. Rebound back up. Monroe in there with it. Huge one there. Monroe with 8 now. Edmondson lead is from cut to 5. Sherrod. Shot clock at 10. Looking to try, spins out of it as Chancellor, and a whistle. And that's Lake Clifton's third team foul. That's his third. On the inbounding. All right, folks, we're back to game action here. 6:29 remain in regulation time, and this Edmondson's trying to break the 5-game losing streak to Lake Clifton. Passed away. Lake Clifton's trying to win their 4th straight state title. 1 and 2A, and the last 3 will be here tonight. Deep 3, baby! Look out! Jones with another big bucket. That's a lead. Lead down to 2. Here the game action. Lakers can retake the lead here with a field goal. Low pass, turn it over. Monster, and he gives it up to Dansler. Dansler, dish, turn it over. Kick corner. Red Storm will get a difference. But again, if you're Dansler right now, you got to trust your other guys. The Lakers, Foster with the rebound. Here we go. he's coming out the game, make sure he's all right. Not fun to have happen to you, I too. 35.6 left. 2 shots here for Brown at the line. He's still a 1-1 here. First shot. Possession game still, can make it a 2-possession game here. And there we go. Lost it. Around, got it back. Inside, block. The foul is well called. And we're back with the 2 free throws here for the Lakers. 50 to 45 down the stretch. Pull up. In there. Seconds left. All right, folks, we're back in game action here. It was counted a 2 instead of a 3. It's 50 to 47. Got a foul immediately here if you like Clifton. And they do. Both teams in a double bonus now. Brown coming up to shoot. 2 shots. First shot. Nailed it. Second shot. Lead to 5. Here we go. Foul there. 2 shots. First shot here. Nailed it. Jones with 20 now, and he leads on score. That's a break. Edmondson has 2 timeouts remaining. Like Clifton. Short. Rebound. Huge. Back to the finish. Coming up. Brown back here at the line to try to put the icing on the cake on this one. And his goal was a 6-point game. How about Edmondson? 6-point game, 9.3 minutes. 9.3 seconds remaining. Here we go. Looking over. 8-7. Monroe. Lost it. Joshua got it. Pull it up. Edmondson wins it. And defeats Clifton for the first time in 4 years. And win the MPSSAA 1A title. First A title for the rest of them since 2014. Final finish. The stop a legendary run for Coach Herman Trio Reed and they Clifton. Back with the post game coming up.
And now, individual medal for your state finals, Lake Clifton Lakers. Eli Jones. Eli Nelson. Tavon Nelson. Dalen Giddings. Dorian Wonder.
No. This one.
Jermel Miles. Shakari Becker.
Good mark. Say about it.
Zamari Dorsey. Whitney Monroe. Jose Jones. Christopher Mitchell. Joyce Venable. Elena Gilwell. Kamaya Gordon. Assistant coaches, Stephen Hill. Joseph Dalton. David Harris Jr. Jamal Wilkins. Kevin McDuffie. Brandon Victoria. And receiving the state finalist trophy on behalf of Lake Clifton High School, Mr. Herman Tree Marie.
An amazing run by Lake Clifton, won the last 3 MPSSAA championships, 2 in 1A, 1 in 2A. 8 points short of a 4-peat. What an incredible run by Lake Clifton. Brandon Herman Tree Reed is on this side of things. On the runner-up, and boy, what a run by these two teams.
Parents get the shots, you gotta be down. Or that tripod.
Good Lord. We ain't doing it right now.
Assisting with the individual medals are principals Carl Perry, athletic director Louis Ross, assistant principals Jeanette Latee, Stacy Royster, and Jeremy Stack, as well as Robin Bowman. Christian Schmidt.
young man like Josiah Brown.
That's his fourth championship at Edmondson. The first since 2014. Back with the post game coming up with both sides.
The kids play well. My hat goes off to them. You know, we had a real good year. We struggled earlier, but like I told everybody, we had a freshman, a couple of sophomores starting, so we was young. We took some losses early in the season, but like I told them, they all of them had to grow up on the job. Pretty much, we all out into the fire. We took some tough losses earlier in the season. But we didn't give up. We kept fighting, played hard. Basketball is about adjustments, perseverance, and not giving up. So you know, for everything that the kids have been through, with some of the tragedies that's been happening in Baltimore City, it's just to win a state championship, to give back. You know, for the community to understand how well these kids play hard, they practice hard. One of the things I'm really impressed about my kids is out of my 15 kids, 13 of them got a 3.0 GPA or higher. Yep. So they're getting it done in the classroom, and now they got it done on the basketball court. So I'm definitely proud of these kids.
What was different this time against Lake Clifton down the stretch in the fourth quarter?
Well, when we played them early, like I said, we was young, so we made mistakes. DJ, Marcus, this is their first year playing varsity basketball, and we played late, like the second game or the third game of the season. So we was young. We made mistakes down the stretch, and some of the games we lost, I told them, everything is a learning process. So down the stretch today, we played real well down the stretch. Josiah struggled a little bit throughout the season. I removed him out of the starting lineup, and what I told him, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish and what you do while you're in there. So my hat goes off to Josiah, because what I did down the stretch, I went to him and I told him, I said, listen, you gotta have a short memory. All that other stuff throughout the year you went through, sent us home, and he hit all his free throws down the stretch. We gave him the ball. He had a couple of big baskets down the stretch. DJ did a good job of keeping us in the game. Marcus struggled early because he got 2 quick fouls. But the defensive effort, and for them to come out, is a collective win for all the kids. And I'm just happy for all of my guys, and they finally can call themselves state champions.
Josiah, just not as much as about today's game and what you did down the stretch. Talk about the journey, because I remember talking to Coach Danzler, may have been after your first or second game, and I said, what's going on with Josiah? If Josiah is consistent, he can kind of even out all the other inconsistencies.
Right.
But you was kind of up and down, man. Kind of take us through the season and leading up to today when you had your best game of the year.
I started off the first game, played real well, and then going to the middle of the season, I had my ups and downs and some personal issues that was going through my mind, and it had made me pretty mad, and I started to miss my free throws, and it was taking up my game. I was getting frustrated with myself, and Coach Darnell, he always told me to settle down, and my first revenge, he just said, it's going to pay off on the court. the game, but said don't rush. You let the game come to you. You let the game come to me.
And one of the other things is like he was going through a knee injury as well. So he was just trying to play through it. And like I said, he stepped up when we really needed him to step up. So like I told him, throughout the season, all that's over with. You bring it home for us, and he most definitely did a good job bringing it home for us.
Coach, I actually asked Josiah in the layup one, how do you dunk, man? You got to start to get the crowd ready, and he ended it right there perfectly. Talk about that last 30 seconds before you got the pass.
Last year when they beat us, one of their players ended it with a dunk, and my point guard DJ was coming down. It was an open dunk, so I took it to the end of the game.
Yeah, that's on everywhere. We got it on NFL Chess. It's on Instagram. It'll be everywhere this season.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Because I talked a little bit about the last 2 or so minutes when you literally took the ball in your hands and then it kind of took over the game. What were you thinking at that point?
I gotta calm the game. I gotta control the game. Don't rush. Take my time. Go to the free throw. Just take my time and ice the game.
At what point when you kind of, you felt like you were you and you felt confident to take over a game? What was it, what game recently that you kind of felt like, you know what, this is kind of my team. I'm a veteran because all these guys are new. What point did you feel like, okay, I can do this?
The second round of the playoffs, I was starting to feel back to myself. I was getting myself more involved in the game, and I felt I was getting back into my rhythm and starting to feel like myself. So leading to this point, I wasn't nervous. I took my time and just iced the game.
Coach, a lot of times in these state championships, you have, especially the higher classification, there's teams that don't have much familiarity with each other. You have so much familiarity with Lake Clifton. Talk about playing the state championship with a team where you guys know each other so well.
Well, that's the one thing about playing Baltimore City basketball is we're battle tested. Coach Tree has always been a mentor to me. When I first started coaching basketball, he gave me some pointers. We talked regular. But that's the thing about Baltimore City basketball. Every day, it's always a challenge. And just coming out playing against Lake Clifton and Holly and Dunbar and playing with guys every day, it mentally prepares you for once you get into the States. So you already battle tested. Just to come out and just to play against those type of guys and that caliber of basketball, I always say that Baltimore City basketball is the best basketball, and we proved it because if you look at it, with City going undefeated, coming out and winning the championship, and then for us and Lake to be down here as well, just to compete, that's what just to try to be a representation of Baltimore City basketball and what it's all about.
Junior, talk about the experience of playing with your father and the coach, the differences, the similarities, your feelings about that.
One thing I can say about playing for my father is a great role model, and my uncles, all the coaches, my uncles, all I can just say is he just keep me positive. I came into Varsity blind, but my teammates helped me accountable, and we just push as a team.
Talk about Josiah's performance because he took over the game down the stretch.
Josiah's performance, I let Josiah know that he just got to have a short memory. Like my father said, even though he might not have the best of season, he came down through cuts. So none of that stuff matters. What he did past, it's about right now. It's about the future.
And Marcus, okay, I'm sorry.
Coach Dance, I know you got 4 of these now. I know this one's the sweetest. Lake Clifton's had y'all number in the last 4 seasons before COVID as well. Just how it feels beating South.
Man, it's a relief. It's a relief. And the one thing about it is we're young. Like I said, I had one senior on the team, which is Chris. And like I said, it just feels good just to finally get a win. We came down here last year, unfortunately, lost the game. But this year, putting the ball in the hands of a sophomore, my son, and the thing about it, I'm hard on him, and I'm amazed at some of the things he do. And there's some of the things he do I expect him to do because I've been coaching him and raising, since he was a baby, since I put a basketball in his hand when he wasn't even tall enough to even dribble the basketball. So, I'm proud of these guys. And then Marcus, just to come in, like I said, first year, sophomore, he had a big bullseye on his back. He came in on the defensive end just to come in and finish the play, rebounding well. It's all the little things that it takes to win. But to answer your question, to finally beat Lake Clifton, I never want to lose a game, but if I have to lose a game, it's to Lake Clifton. They've been beating us, but this time we turned the switch and we end up coming home with the trophy, and that's what it's all about.
What did it mean to get the trophy from Tree, kind of like passing the torch a little bit, begrudgingly, because I know that when that city schedule comes out, I know that game's going to be circled.
Listen, it's special. Like I said, Coach Tree and I, he's a former dumbbell player, I'm a former dumbbell player. Our history of just being coaches and just being a part of Baltimore City basketball, he most definitely has been a role model to all of us. And you know, he and I talk about things at times, so it meant a lot just for him, and you know, just for Tree to give me the trophy, to hand me the trophy, just to solidify that we are the state champions, and that's what it's all about.
And talk about now. Okay.
Appreciate it. One more question.
Yeah, real quick. I'm sorry. Yeah, Don, I'll just talk about building on this, because you guys, if everything works out, you guys should be one of the best teams in the area next year.
You killing me, guys.
Thinking about next
Listen,
year.
I'm not even worried about next year right now. What I want to do, I want to get these kids, get these student athletes, these young, intelligent student athletes back to Emerson. Like I said, this is a big win for the school, the community. Like I said, for all the adversity and all the negative publicity that Baltimore City gets, this is one of the true good stories. And like I said, I'm more impressed and more happy to say that we got student athletes, all these guys that on the table with me as a 3.0, and that's what I'm more proud about.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Congrats, guys, on a great season. I know this one's tough, but Coach, just talk a little bit about first the season and a little bit about today.
Outstanding season. Had some new pieces come in and it took time for them to gel. But I just told the guys in the locker room, we didn't lose, we got beat. We got beat today. My guy played, I told him I had no ill feelings towards him. I'm not mad at nobody. And I told him if anybody got to blame, I told their people, their friends, blame me. But he had nothing to be blamed about. And I'm just proud of it, man. I'm going to miss Hugh and Chris, man. They don't make it like when I had them to say the babies, man. It's like a father where he uses kids. It's tough.
What do you think was the difference this time in the fourth quarter as opposed to the other times you guys faced that distance?
That's size. It's size. And we battle. Size is size. You can't get around height. You can box out sometimes, but size will overcome it. I think that size was the difference. And they added some additional shooters, but that wasn't cap. It was just size. And then when Chris went down with that, for young men to see that kind of blood, I wasn't just worried about him coming back from the blood. I was worried about the other guys starting to seeing that kind of blood, because I know the kind of brotherhood they have, and I thought they did the best they could, responding to saying when their teammates bleeding like blood, and see him drop as if he had passed out. That's tough to come by, and at that point in time, I just want to get those guys through the game. I just want to get the game over and get them guys home and get them to a safe place where their mind can be knowing who's their game.
Coach, speaking of that, the size differential and that injury, obviously, talk about kind of your pride in Chris, how he came back basically 2 minutes after that was battling with those big guys.
He didn't do nothing I expect him to do. I was just telling the guys in the circle, Chris is one of those guys, when other guys mess up, or they mess up in school, mess up in practice, I blame him for it. I go to him and I say, it's your fault. When you look at me, but he never take it personal because it's hard to find. I told guys it's a badge of honor. And the coach can come in and blame you for things you haven't done, knowing you're going to respond and get it right. That's a badge of honor. You can find out like that. And he's that kind of guy.
No, Coach, this is an amazing run over the last 3 years. 3 straight titles for the day. I mean, it's just been a great run. And I know a lot of people see the ending didn't go well, but again, y'all played y'all hearts out today. You told me for the game it's going to be a battle, and as it always is, it was.
Well, when the smoke cleared from this dull moment, all the things that we have done at the school is going to expose itself again. You can't erase history. You can't erase 4 years in a row the valedictorian of the school has been a basketball player. You can't erase that kind of stuff. You can't erase all the state titles and the regional you have. So right now, this moment is going to dampen that for a minute, and then it's all going to expose itself again. So these guys have been a part of that history. So once again, they're young. When everything clear, they're going to realize, you know, I think these guys, they were 42-5 in 2 years. That's a lot of wins and a little bit of losses. So once again, these are called growing pains.
Quentin, talk a little bit about that, everything that got accomplished in your career and over the course of the time where you guys got so much stuff done.
Yeah, I accomplished a lot with the team that I got, especially the team from last year. Accomplished a lot at the running stage and accomplished here with the new team. You know, like Coach said, it was a little iffy to, adjust to put all our pieces together. So I feel like I made a big accomplishment, even though I took a loss. It's bigger than basketball. So even though I put my hardest, my team put their hardest. So that matters.
Yeah, Chris, follow up on that.
I think I was improved maturely. The way I used to take things like last year wasn't a good start, but being under Coach Tree, it kind of turned me into like a different person. I started looking at things different, not just basketball, but life. And then going forward to a new year with new guys, I kind of just took that leadership from one of my former teammates, Miles McDuffie. I took on that leadership from him, and I kind of just carried that on to this team to see how far we would get. And it led us on to, states. And we did go out there and we played hard. So I still love my team, and we did everything we could do.
Jassel, talk about your improvement throughout the year, because the games I called of you, as you went on through the year, you got better and better, and then you led in scoring today with 20. Just talk about your development and improvement throughout the year.
I think I embraced the role as the year went on, and I knew I had to step up as a point guard and drive the bus of the team, as my coach was telling me from the jump. But I couldn't get it with my team. So I think I just embraced the role. That's all it was.
Coach, real quick, let you guys get going. Just talk about your class act, of course, passing the trophy over to your friend, your rival, Coach Dan. So let's talk about what they accomplished and the relationship you guys have.
We have a respectable battle. But I've always been a person to put myself on the other side of the fence. Going back to years, we beat them 5 times in a row. And then last year, we beat them 3 times in a row for the city championship, for the state championship. I can only imagine what he went through going through that. So I just put myself on the other side of the fence, and I thought it was right for me to give him, because I remember something he said in his press conference last year. I watched some YouTube. If he had to lose to anyone, he don't have no problem losing to his mentor. And he said me. So if you can show young men like him how to do it right, I'm still winning. Because I'm helping now, because I'm representing the district of basketball. So to have 2 Baltimore City teams here to represent Baltimore City, it says the quality of our basketball in Baltimore City. And of course, one of the reasons we have to win. But to have young men emulate the things we do at LA Clifton, even as far as dressing in the same colors, the same shoes, that's coming from us at LA Clifton, that's coming from me. That's a win right there. So I have a lot of respect for him, and I just had a understand what he had went through last year. And I thought it was right for me to give him that trophy and say congratulations to you, and y'all well done.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good stuff, guys.
Good stuff, man.
Appreciate it.
What a great year. What a great run.
This is Dye Sporting Network.